for returning to my channel. It is currently 1 p.m. I have not slept as of yet. I have been up since around 9 p.m. and I'm probably going to go to bed after I record this video here. Trying to focus in. You can see that right there. It is 1:05. I know it's not focusing, sorry. But yeah, it's 1:05 right now. I wanted to make a video here today. Another one. I quickly want to just say, I hope that last video was, okay. I hope that at least some of you related to it and kind of get where I'm coming from when I say all of that. I'm getting a neck beard, I gotta shave. But I guess, I'm trying to, long story short, if you did not see that, I am trying to recover from a really sad sort of end of a relationship, I suppose is the simplest way to put it. And, that video was about 45 minutes of me ranting about basically nothing. And, that kind of content is going to probably primarily be what this channel is. Just talking, just chill, mostly whispered talking. We'll see if I can do like a softly spoken video eventually, but I just, maybe volume control is a little fucked for me to be able to do that, so I don't know, but we'll find out. But yeah, I guess in this video I want to sort of pivot away from that last one just for this, because I wanted to make a follow-up to my final collection video. Now, I have enough finals to make around 20 follow-ups to that currently, and I just keep getting more of them in. So I'm just gonna pick, whenever I do these videos, I am just going to randomly pick like a set of 5 finals to cover and talk about. Just, 5 distinctly different ones that I want to talk about in the video. So you're not going to be seeing any of the artists from last time in this video. Now the next video you might, because I have a lot of different Jane Remover albums and Aphex Twin and Bjork and all of that. So we'll see what happens in the next one. Real quick, before we get into this, let me check something here. Okay. I check my Microsoft Teams meeting for a college class I'm taking. Okay, everybody. Had to make sure I didn't mess up the gain right there. Alright. Hello. I'm gonna keep the microphone right around here where it is, and I'm gonna get some albums out and talk about them. The first album I want to talk about is one that I've had on repeat for the last 6 months, about almost constantly. It's a devastating one, so I'm gonna show it to you here. This album is called The Origin of My Depression by Uboa. So, this album is a very experimental and very harsh one. It's very, by the name of the title, you listen to it and you can't imagine anything happy happening in it. You can't imagine listening to it and feeling good at any point across the entire thing. It is just so, it is an assault of oppressiveness. The entire thing is just, it is insane. Very, very noisy, very, 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 very heavy. And I love that. I love heavy music. I love heavy concepts for albums. I think that the subject matter on it, whether you can relate to it or not, and I know there's like some things with the artist as well that are very specific to them that are discussed in this album, and it just sort of takes you to a place that is not romanticized in the slightest. I mean, the pit that this album takes place in is not a lot of these albums will romanticize a sort of sad lifestyle and make it seem like it's comfy or like it's like beautiful, and I somewhat agree, but at the same time, this album does not do that. This album does not want to romanticize the depression that is the main topic of the album. It wants you to feel completely trapped and basically assaulted with these sounds on here. I mean, this is a brutal, oppressive album, and I love it. I think that it is exceptionally good. I still listen to these songs on here, specifically An Angel of Great and Terrible Light. I think is one of my favorite songs of all time. So yeah, really glad that I could pick that up at my local record store. I really enjoy that album. I think it's a great piece of art. So, with that one out of the way, oh god, this next one is gonna be fucking silly and awesome. This one was a little bit pricier than the others, but I think it's a banger, so I'm just gonna show it here to you. This might be the most pretentious album I ever pull out, though. Let me put this on the stand right here. This album is called Trout Mask Replica by Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band. Just making sure I didn't turn up the gain by accident. So, this album is, famous for being, like, completely fucking ridiculous. It is a ridiculous album. It is so fucking crazy. Really, I mean, the first of its kind ever in music history. There's never been an album that's been more experimental than this for the time that it was made. Some people hate it, some people love it, and, I think the more you listen to it, the more that the vision kind of comes together. But, I mean, the first time you listen to this, it feels like it gives you schizophrenia. After you hear it fully, it is insane. Even today, by the standards of modern experimental music. Another album that I have, it's down here, so maybe I'll show it to you in another video. Is one I always think of when it comes to modern experimental music, and even then, that is not nearly as outlandish and wacky as Trout Mask Replica is. It feels, the weird thing about it is that Trout Mask Replica, sounds like complete nonsense when you first hear it, and like it kind of is, but if you keep listening to it, you need to listen to these songs like a lot to get to this point, but from what I've found is the more you listen to it, the more everything sort of like feels like it's a big puzzle, and like the songs like start to overlap in like the vision. If I don't know how to describe it, but the more you listen to it, the more you, I guess maybe Stockholm Syndrome, the album, I don't know, but I just know that the more I listen to this, it resonates with me more. I mean, it feels like a fucking like traumatic experience you go through listening to this, and it's like you listen to it once and you feel like you are never going to be the same, because it's just that impactful and weird and psychedelic, I suppose. But you put this on for the 80 minutes or around there that it runs. I mean, it's a pretty lengthy album. You put it on for that amount of time and you will find yourself slowly accepting it and sort of falling into this trap. And I think it's excellent. I fucking love it. I think it's awesome. So yeah, this Trout Mask Replica. So we got 3 more albums here. This next one is one of my probably top 5 albums of all time. Top 10, more likely, probably. I don't know if this will crack top 5, but it is extremely, I mean, most people will know what this album is whenever you see it, and you kind of just know what it is. I mean, there's not really much to say about it that hasn't been said. So let me put my mic down and grab it here. This album is called Lift Your Skinny Fists Like Antennas to Heaven by Godspeed You Black Emperor. So I can already read the comments if this video gets any comments. That's the most pretentious album ever made. You just pulled out Trout Mask Replica, and Lift Your Skinny Fists in the same exact video, back to back. Yeah, it's pretentious. I don't give a fuck, because I like it. I mean, this album is just fucking beautiful. It's perfect, and the more that I actually the more I think about it here, if you watched that last video, you know that I'm kind of going through a little bit of a rough time right now. You know, not to be, I hate the fucking, like, I just don't even want to bring it out, never mind. But I could probably benefit from re-listening to this because it instills inspiration with life. I mean, there are very few albums that can affirm your place in the world as much as Lift Your Skinny Fizz. I mean, I'm just like, the crescendos on this album are unmatched by anything music has ever had. Maybe other than Long Season Live, I suppose. The live version of Long Season by the Fishmans would probably be the best crescendo of any song ever made, but, you know, I mean, Storm, Sleep, Static, Antennas to Heaven, every single song. There's only 4 songs and it's an hour and a half. It's unbelievably good. It is like genuinely like a like masterpiece. It's like, you know, this album is a film, and I'm a film guy too, so I guess my analogy would be this album is like if something like the movie Yee Yee was in an album form, you know, something like Yee Yee. I love Yee Yee, and I will make a video talking about Yee Yee, the movie. I'll make a video, actually, maybe tomorrow, talking about my my favorite movies. We'll see. Wait, tomorrow. Marathon comes out tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be playing that. And I also have a midterm tomorrow. When I wake up, probably I'll do something like that when I wake up. But man, this album is just like raw, pure emotion with not a single lyric across the entire thing. And you listen to it, and I swear to God, like, I don't cry at a lot of stuff, but, you know, this album can make a brother tear up. It is that goddamn good. It is that inspirational. I mean, I listen to this and imagine my life, you know, what I want to do and the things I've done, the journey I've been on so far. And, you know, I make that video talking about how depressed it is, like how depressing it is, just the journey I've been on so far in my life. But, like, you listen to this album and you realize that maybe it wasn't that bad. You know, maybe everything you've done has been for something. And that's like a feeling that only music can evoke. I fucking love this album. It is one of the best pieces of art that humans have ever made. So, yeah, I'm gonna move on here. This next one is also a very good album. I mean, this one over here is like a 10 out of 10, but this one over here is probably like a 9. But, you know, very close. I don't give, like, ratings to albums very highly most of the time. I feel like most albums are in the 5 to 6 range, so a 10 is like unheard of. But yeah, I'm gonna grab this next one here for you, and I'm excited to show you this. This album is called Closer. This album is called Closer by Joy Division. So, Closer, the album that the last of 2 Joy Division albums that Ian Curtis, the main singer, actually killed himself before Closer was released. And I'm gonna be honest, the first time I heard this album, I didn't really get it. I just thought it was decent, like punk music for its era. But if you know the context of this album going into it, and you read into the lyrics and just know about what was happening, it takes on an entirely different appearance, and it is one of the most emotionally, I don't know, like, tragic albums I think ever made. You have like 24 Hours on here, which, you know, devastating. You have lyrics like on Isolation, you know, like, I'm ashamed of the things I've been put through, I'm ashamed of the person I am. Like, it's stuff like that paired with the production of this album, I think just makes it perfect. I mean, you know, I also love Unknown Pleasures. I think it's an amazing album too. But if someone asks me, I will always prefer Closer. And the reason I prefer Closer is because you feel that much closer to the actual tragedy that was unfolding with Ian Curtis's life, and, you know, his emotions going through it on this album. And, you know, if the lyrics were there and the only thing, you know, that'd be cool. But the actual music is extremely good, and like some of it's like fucked up, because there are songs on here that are like upbeat sounding kind of, but they're not really. It's kind of like how Atrocity Exhibition sounds, like in a vague way. And hey, Atrocity Exhibition, named after a song on this album. Great song, great album as well. I'll show that in a final video next. But it's like a big mixture kind of. It's like there's a lot of like punk kind of sounds, and then there's a lot of like weird like 80s pop sounds that just give it like a really like fucked up, like off-putting vibe with the lyrics behind all of it. And then there's also like really melancholic, like sad songs on here too, like The Eternal. And I don't know, this album always has, you know, ever since I re-listened to it about 3 years ago now, has really stuck with me. I mean, I think about this album a lot. I think about Ian Curtis a lot. I've watched the biopic, Control, and what an amazing movie. You know, what an amazing, like, story behind a band and an album. And what great fucking music. So, yeah, love Closer. Love Joy Division. Yeah, so I got one more album here for you today that I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to be going to sleep, because at this point I'm probably going to wake up around 10 or 11 p.m., so we'll see what happens. This next one is, again, this is a top 10 for sure. This is for sure a top 10 album. And this is probably the only chill one that I've shown you the entire time, so I apologize for that. But yeah, here is the album. The name of this album is Metaphorical Music, right? I'm sorry, I'm trying to like trace it with my hand opposite. Fuck, Metaphorical Music by Nujabes. I'm thinking here. Is it the best rap album of all time? Like, vaguely rap. It's the best jazz rap album of all time. Is it the best chill album? It's the best Nujabes for sure, in my opinion. It's maybe the second best Japanese album ever made. Who gives a shit about rankings anyway? This album is perfect across the board. Genuinely perfect. Every single song on here has some sort of memorable melody, whether it be the piano, like the piano notes in the back, like I can hear Peaceland just like in my head right now, and like Lady Brown, and like Think Different, and oh my god, Latitude. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude, this album is loaded with amazing songs. I think Nujabes is one of the best producers to ever live, and the fact that he died so young, for when he died, he could have, that's tragic to me. That's honestly one of the biggest tragedies in music, but, he accomplished what he set out to do. He was a fucking beautiful soul that made absolute, like, god tier music. Like, genuinely, it sounds like God was in the studio when Nujabes was producing these beats. I think he is 100% one of the most talented people that's ever touched an instrument, or a sampling. Like, he's one of the most talented people to ever touch music. And the thing I like about his albums is that Nujabes, even despite their technical ability and creativity, for the time especially, this stuff like this wasn't really getting made around that time. This is like straight up jazz mixed with rap. There were some rappers that would sample jazz, but it was never to this level. Like Tribe Called Quest is like one that I think of. I love Tribe, but Nujabes took that idea and basically made, like, he didn't just sample jazz. Like, he is a full-on, like, jazz musician in this. It's just so perfect. Like, there's a reason why Nujabes type beats are so popular. There's a reason why, you hear all of these songs on TikTok, and, like, I hate that the only Nujabes song that most people know is Aurorian Dance because of TikTok. Because he has one of the most solid catalogs of any artist of all time. Genuinely, it's like when I see a Nujabes song that I've never heard and I click it, I immediately fall in love every single time. Like, this man just had like a magic in the way he made music. It's perfect. I think that he is one of the GOATs, easily one of the GOATs across all of music, and he can just capture a vibe so perfectly. He can, like, he really can. His music takes you places, and, like, good places. Like, I guess a lot of music will take you places. The Uboa album I showed maybe take you to a way darker place than this one, but Nujabes' music just crafts, like, such a, like, chill vibe. It reminds me of the movie Yee Yee, just like the Godspeed album, but in a different way. This is like an album that, when I feel life being good to me, I hear the good songs on this. When I, like, feel it being good to me and, like, things going my way, I can feel this song playing. Also, when I feel that I'm getting the shaft, nothing's working out, your fucking person you love leaves you, or you're just like hopeless. This album, I hear it and it puts me in a better mood. I mean, I can't express enough how much I love metaphorical music. I just think it is a masterpiece. I can't get over how well it transports you to these positive places. Maybe better than any album I've heard. Okay, save one that I don't have on vinyl, called Birth of a New Day by 2814. I don't have that one on vinyl. I wish I did, because that's like one of the only albums I think that I like more than metaphorical music. But this album, man, metaphorical music, just I hear it when I'm low. I hear it when things are going well. It's just it's a life album. I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's a life album, and I love it. Alright, it is 1:30. That means I've been talking for 32 minutes. Woo. I really appreciate if you watched this long. I really appreciate if you clicked on the video at all. But yeah, I'm gonna get to bed here and upload this. Hopefully it'll be uploaded and everything will have gone okay by the time I wake up. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Good night.